Coming up, but first your news starts right now.
Tonight, new headquarters for Caterpillar and a new skyline for the River City.
This will transform our community for the next 100 years.
Now they're actually talking about having that new mantra of live, work, play brought back to Peoria.
From state politicians to local businesses, we bring you complete coverage of Big Yellow's announcement.
Taking action for you. This is WMBD 31 News at 10.
It's been a long time coming, but Caterpillar made a big announcement today.
The company is staying in Peoria, building its new global headquarters downtown. In the years to come, the entire area is going to be redeveloped. At today's announcement, CEO Doug Oberhelman unveiled the model of what the new headquarters campus will look like. It'll be 6 blocks built along the riverfront in downtown Peoria. It'll house the offices along with an energy center and retail space. It will also be a huge change to the city's skyline, and it's not going to be a quick process.
We'll do some minor site preparation this year, but won't begin construction in 2015. We're going to manage our costs very carefully in this very tough global environment that we're all living in.
The company hasn't released just how much the whole project's going to cost, but they do say it's going to take nearly a decade to finish.
Area leaders are also sharing their excitement over CAT's continued commitment. Peoria Mayor Jim Ardis says the morning reveal is music to his ears.
There could not be a bigger announcement for the Peoria's future than what was said today.
Ardis says it's now undeniable. The state of Illinois is back and open for business. He expects more companies will see now is the time to do business in the land of Lincoln, especially in central Illinois. The mayor says despite other profitable businesses in the River City, this is what Peoria needed.
And with Caterpillar's plans for expansion, neighbor and local business Kelly Seed and Hardware will still be keeping its home of 110 years. It's located on the corner of Hamilton and Washington, and Kelly Seed was actually here before Caterpillar built their Peoria headquarters. Co-owner Nick Vespa says Caterpillar did approach them about buying the space for the future, but with such an ideal location, they weren't really interested in moving. In fact, Vespa thinks Caterpillar's new plans could be good for their business.
We were here during the heyday of Peoria where all the commerce was done downtown. Then we were here during the 80s when there was kind of a mass exodus out to the north of Peoria. And now they're actually talking about having that new mantra of live, work, play brought back to Peoria.
Vespa says Caterpillar has been a great neighbor and he's excited about the plans moving forward.
All right, another round of snow in some parts has made its way into central Illinois. So Marcus, what can people expect for the rest of the weekend?
Could be a little bit messy here as we roll through the overnight, Paul. And we have made some adjustments. If you were watching us at 5 and 6, haven't made any major changes to the totals, but we just kind of squeezed everything together just a little bit. No changes with the advisories and warnings. Winter weather advisory for Livingston, McLean, Tazewell, Fulton, and Mason counties. And then winter storm warnings for our extreme southern counties, Logan, Menard, and Cass. All of these go until 6 p.m. tomorrow. So we're starting to see this big batch of snow moving into the state, and there is still a lot more moisture out to the west that's going to be rolling in for the rest of the overnight. But you can see the line is south of Peoria, south of Bloomington right now. But we do anticipate this to lift to the north as we get deeper into the overnight. So some of you are seeing some snow, southern Mason County and in portions of Logan County. So here are the numbers right now. And again, this has just been adjusted about less than an inch north of Peoria. I think I've got the Peoria metro area to about 1 to 3 inches, and then 3 to 6 inches southern McLean County, and then those counties that are in the warning as we head through the rest of the overnight tonight. Coming up in my full forecast, we'll time this out in more detail. We're checking some of the new numbers on the models, and we'll have an update on the accumulations and bitter cold air returns after the snow. The latest in my forecast coming up.
Thanks, Marcus. Well, police make an arrest in connection to Thursday's shooting in Peoria. Sydney Evans was arrested on 5 charges, including attempted murder and armed robbery. Officers found the victim in the 600 block of Spitznagel. Police say the victim was shot multiple times, but is expected to survive. If you have any information on this incident, you should call Peoria Police 673-4521 or Crime Stoppers 673-9000.
Our local leaders in Washington are working on methods to stop ISIS. It's a story from our Capitol newsroom tonight. The extremist group is rumored to have taken control of other territories. Local Congressman Rodney Davis visited Springfield today to discuss those federal policies. Davis says he supported the president and the use of military force to fight ISIS, but that plan has not worked.
So I think we need to partner with our allies in the Middle East, like Jordan and Egypt, who are increasing their engagement. We have to stop this group from growing. We have to stop this group from gaining ground.
The Obama administration has requested formal authorization from Congress to conduct war with ISIS.
Bloomington City Council tonight is publicly expressing its disapproval of the mayor. It comes after Mayor Terry Renner used what some are calling offensive language in a response to a blog post. Since the incident first happened 10 days ago, Renner and the blogger have both apologized for the spat. Council members agreed that Renner should behave in a more professional manner. They passed a resolution tonight letting the mayor know what they expect for the future. Council members say the resolution reminds Renner that he must uphold a higher standard as a public official.
In my opinion, the loss of trust and credibility with our residents is significant. And for me not to say anything publicly would only add to the damage brought on us by this incident.
Public comment period tonight included 14 speakers, some who called for Renner's resignation, others who backed up the city's leader. The council passed a resolution announcing its disapproval of the mayor's actions, but they didn't formally censure him.
A new taxi-style service in the Twin Cities is raising a lot of red flags. Uber, a new app service, became operational in the Twin Cities on Sunday, and it's doing so illegally. According to city code, cab companies must abide by an ordinance that includes criminal background checks and routine vehicle inspections. Right now, Uber is not in compliance with those rules, and drivers are subject to big fines if caught. Bloomington is currently looking at a way to revise the city ordinance so that it fairly applies to all cab companies in the Twin Cities.
I am not against free market. What I want to see, though, is Uber have to go by the same rules that we've been going by for decades.
We want to be fair to those companies that are operating under the law. We hope, as you were saying, to have something in place that will allow for operation of Uber with proper safeguards.
Bloomington's legal counsel hopes to have an updated ordinance before the city council by mid-March.
We now know why State Representative Rich Brower stepped down. Governor Bruce Rauner chose the Republican to serve as the Assistant Secretary at the Illinois Department of Transportation. Brower has been in the General Assembly for 13 years and served on several transportation-related committees. The governor thinks he will be a strong advocate for the region on transportation issues. All right, Marcus, how about weather?
Well, for most of you, it is still pretty quiet. No snow unless you're in the extreme southern portions of our viewing area, but that likely changes here over the next couple of hours. We'll time out the snow and let you know how much we may expect overnight. In my full forecast, that's coming up.
You're watching WMBD 31 News at 10 with Paul Cicchini, Maria Chandler, Chief Meteorologist Marcus Bailey with your local weather authority forecast, and Kurt Pegler with sports. This is WMBD 31 News at 10.
UFS, famous for deals on Adams Street, downtown Peoria, 10 minutes from anywhere.
What is the Corvus Zone? It's the one place where grass and broadleaf weeds don't stand a chance. It starts down here, where it counts, but only when you use Corvus, the one corn herbicide that delivers 3 levels of defense: burn down, residual, and reactivation with rain. You want season-long control of the toughest weeds, including resistant ones. Welcome to the Corvus Zone.
Corvus, the #1 pre-emergence corn herbicide from Bayer.
The secret behind Culver's North Atlantic cod begins at seed.
The cod we supply Culver's comes from the North Atlantic. It grows slowly. It has firm texture and wonderful white flake.
I think we have the best fish sandwich in the business.
Hand cut for Culver's. They are the filet mignon of the cod.
They're not made ahead of time. It's done to order.
Well, look at that nice thin batter. That's the fish flavor come through.
We even make our tartar sauce from a 40-year-old family recipe.
There's no better cod in America.
Welcome to Delicious.
Do you hate the hype around Valentine's Day? Did you buy her roses just like every other guy? You can still recover and buy her something green. Lease a new Ford Fusion for $149 a month, a new Escape for $179 a month, or a red Mustang for $229 a month. Lease a Ford F-150 for $259 a month, or $13,000 off your purchase price. Dazzle your Valentine when you save $4,500 off an Explorer, or lease it for just $269 a month. Nothing beats a green Ford deal. You gotta go to green.
Hey, What's for dinner tonight? Now at Subway restaurants, you can get any 2 or more foot-long subs with your choice of crisp veggies and freshly baked bread for only $6 each, every day after 4 p.m. and all day Sunday. Yup, only $6 each. Subway, eat fresh.
Huge dealer discounts, massive rebates, and even auto show bonus cash. Don't miss the President's Day savings at Uptrain Weston Chevy Cadillac. A new Malibu, just $19,700, or a new Equinox, just $22,500. Plus, GM owners save $1,000 more at Uptrain Weston Chevy Cadillac.
Now, your local weather authority, WMBD 31 Chief Meteorologist Marcus Bailey.
Well, no major changes since we talked to you at 5 and 6 this evening. Winter weather advisories remain in effect. Livingston, McLean, Tazewell, Fulton, and Mason counties until 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. Winter storm warnings in effect for our extreme southern viewing area, including DeWitt, Logan, Menard, and Cass County. That also goes until 6 o'clock. So we're already getting this main batch of snow. It has been snowing steady in places like Quincy, Springfield, Decatur, so south of our viewing area where they're seeing some accumulation right now, and a whole lot more snow to go out to the west. The thinking is eventually this line here is going to lift a little bit to the north. Some of us are going to see snow, not all of us, especially if you're north of Peoria. You may not get a whole lot out of this at all as we head through the next couple of hours. Future track, as we time this out, you notice after midnight this line starts to lift a little bit farther to the north. We do think that the storm in itself is going to take just a slight jog to the north and east here during the overnight hours. So that's going to throw Peoria into some snow a little bit. Pontiac and Bloomington, you're probably going to see some steady snow as well. By close to daybreak, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, we'll start to see this taper off a bit. It's going to come in waves, so it won't be quite as consistent in the areas where we'll see the consistent snow, which we think is going to be pretty much the southern half of our viewing area. This is at 8 o'clock. A lot of the snow then already making it to the east, eastern Illinois, and then back into Indiana. 9, 10 o'clock, I think we're just going to be mainly cloudy, so the accumulating snow is done. So this is going to be in and out of here really, really fast. If you were watching at 5 and 6, the numbers went, at least the contours went a little bit higher, farther to the north. I've squeezed this together just a little bit. I think it's going to be a pretty tight gradient of who sees snow and who does not see snow, and we mentioned this at 5 and 6. So I think the Peoria Metro, I've got you in that 1 to 3 inch range. I think we're going to be pretty close to an inch, but there will be some locally higher amounts. You get north of Peoria, it's probably going to be an inch or less. And the farther north you go quickly, you'll just see it's probably going to be a dusting. Now, it works the opposite way. If you're traveling south, southern Tazewell County, you're probably going to be looking closer to that 2, 3, maybe up to 4 inch range. And then farther south than that, you're 3 to 6 inches down towards around Lincoln. You go down towards Springfield, it's going to be much closer to 6 inches. So there's going to be problems if you're traveling south for tomorrow. So just make sure you're checking back with the forecast over the next couple of hours. All right, live look now at our Cook's Auto Body Cam. Numbers right now, we're holding steady into the low 20s. Winds a little blustery out of the south-southeast at 14. Wind chills in the single digits for most, maybe low teens for some. The rest of your weekend following the snow will actually warm up into the low to mid 30s. The warmest we've been in almost a week. It does not last long. A big shot of Arctic air comes back in on Sunday. Highs only in the teens for Sunday, and that will bring in another big blast of cold air for really the majority of next week. Southside Bank 8-day outlook shows bitter cold temperatures out the door to work and school on Monday. 5 below Monday morning, 12 for your high on Monday. A little bit of a jump on Tuesday near 30, but most of next week, teens and 20s will be the norm. We'll continue to keep you updated on the snow. We'll keep an eye on Storm Tracker for the rest of the overnight. Keep you up to date on our website, ciproud.com, and on social media, Facebook and Twitter as well.
Well, you know what tomorrow is?
Yes.
Polar plunge.
Polar plunge.
That's right. It's going to be cold.
Yes, it is.
For that.
Although 30s isn't
based on the rest of this week?
Compared to where we've been all
Let's
week,
take it.
I will take the 30s. That's
well,
right.
You've had a long-standing feud with somebody.
I have.
One of the athletes, and we just think
Yes.
that everybody else needs to be filled in on what he thinks of your wardrobe.
Oh, good. All right, Joe, it's time for another Polar Plunge season. I'm excited to see you.
Well, I'm excited to see you too, but you know, you're uncolor coordinated. Why is that? Is that every year you do that just to make people want to give money to Special Olympics, or what?
Well, it seemed to work well for me last year, Joe.
Actually, it didn't, because last year I got the most money out of it, and this year it looks like I'm going to be winning the battle there, you know. And the team-wise, well, let me just say, I don't know. We may have to exclude you because you're so uncolor coordinated out there.
He just gives you a hard time.
Every year.
I think you
Every
look
year.
nice tonight.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right.
We'll see you out there tomorrow, Joe.
Yes. See
In
you
the
tomorrow,
icy
Joe.
waters.
10:30. All right, we'll be right back.
Have you ever heard the term upside down? Well, when you go to trade in your used car, you don't want to hear that. At Green Chevrolet, we have a way for you to prevent that through leasing.
Now, you can take your average tax refund and get a Cruise for just $169 a month, or a new Malibu for just $239 a month, plus you still get the Green's goods, the $995 oil changes, and so much more.
We have a 2015 Silverado with the All-Star package. You can lease it for $399 a month. You gotta go green.
With faster internet and boundary-free TV from Mediacom, you can do everything everywhere.
It's true. I can watch live TV on my tablet anywhere in the house.
And I can take my YouTube video and use TiVo to stream it on my TV.
It's easy for me to set my DVR from the office.
Or download something I DVR'd.
And enjoy my favorite show at 30,000 feet.
Now that's the way to travel. Mediacom, the power to simplify.
It's winter clearance at Levita Mattress Factory. Save now on mattress sets, adjustable beds, latex and memory foam beds, bedroom furniture. Save on everything. Get Levita's Joy Springs Pillow Plush Queen Set now only $5.99 with free delivery and a free bed frame. Queen Pillow Top mattresses start at just $2.49. Twin, full, queen, and king. All sizes are on sale. Plus take 4 years to pay with no interest. Great mattresses, great savings at Levita.
It's Ram Truck Month, and no one sells more Ram trucks in Illinois than Sam Lehman of Morton. Right now, get a new 2015 Ram Quad Cab 4-door for just $23,990. Plus 0% for 84 months on the 2015 Ram 1500 Crew Cabs. Plus save 20% on all 2015 Chrysler 200s. Or drive a brand new minivan for only $17,990 or $239 per month with zero down. 2015 Jeep starting at just $12,990 or $189 per month with zero down. But only at the #1 Ram dealer in Illinois, Sam Lehman of Morton.
This portion of WMBD 31 News is brought to you by Illinois Center for Pain and Rehab.
Why do we go to ICPR Family Practice? They help keep my family healthy and active, and their awesome new facility confirms I've made the right choice. My youngest likes her well visits. My oldest is seeing great results after a sports injury, and I finally got my husband to get help for his knee pain. Plus, they do their physical therapy right there. Then there's me. I like going to Sumer Wellness for a little pampering and age-defying skincare. ICPR Family Practice is right for my family and yours.
Schedule your appointment today.
Taking action for you. This is WMBD 31 News at 10.
All right, here's a look at your winning lottery numbers tonight. Evening pick 3, 897, pick 4, 6189, lucky day 12, 16, 18, 33, 39. And the Mega Millions 2, 6, 8, 52, 66, and lucky number 13.
And finally tonight, something to look forward to this weekend. Sunday is National Margarita Day. Several national restaurants are offering deals on margaritas this weekend, so you should check your local eateries for some National Margarita Day specials. Margaritas, and then you can watch the Oscars.
Oh, that's right. That is on Sunday.
Yeah, so
Daytona 500's on Sunday too.
The margaritas I like as a way to warm up after the Polar Plunge on Saturday.
Boy, it's gonna be chilly.
We can
tomorrow.
make our own
We're
National
looking forward
Margarita
to
Day.
it. There's actually we're gonna have to go through some snow
Yeah.
to get to the lake tomorrow too. It looks like 1 to 3 inches around Bloomington, around an inch here in Peoria, and then farther to the south, 3 to 6 inches of snow. All of this takes place overnight and wraps up tomorrow morning. 33 tomorrow, colder, 16 Sunday.
All right, thanks, Marcus. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope you all have a great weekend, but do not touch that dial because Sports Extra is next. Good night.
Good night.
You see it everywhere nowadays.